You can't know if your bird is plucking or molting unless you take a look at the feather. If the chlamys is damaged or completely snapped off, or the feather is broken in half, then your bird is most likely plucking. But the problem is with that is when a bird molts and the feather's already come off, they like to play with it and chew on it. So it's hard to know really. Also, some people think their bird is plucking when they see these little white fluffy feathers fall off their bird when they preen, or when they do this little shake, or when they fly. But this is completely normal. My bird, when she's preening or when she flies or something, sometimes a little white feather, a little white fluffy feather falls off. Yeah, they look like this. These white little fluffy feathers are called down feathers. You can find down feathers under the bird's wing, or if you pat them and make their feathers like apart a bit, you can see them. This is completely normal for them to fall off, even if your bird's not molting. Also, if your bird is plucking, when they preen, they will look like they're very stressed, and they will also be very obsessive on one part of their body on preening. Your bird shouldn't be very obsessed on one part of their body if they're just preening normally. Also, another way to know if your bird is plucking or molting is when they're plucking, they will have like lots of patches of pale parts on their body. So when they're molting naturally, they will molt symmetrically. I don't know how they do this, but if on their wing they lose one feather, on the other side they will also lose one feather. If your bird is molting normally, then the chlamys part of the feather will be nice and round and it won't be damaged. If you think your bird is plucking and they seem very stressed out when they're preening, you should probably take them to a vet so they can be checked. Sometimes a bird can be molting, but the feathers aren't symmetrical. It could be molting or it could be plucking. If it's not symmetrical, it could either be they're not molting properly and you should take them to a vet, or they're plucking and you should also take them to a vet for that. As soon as you see your bird pluck out a feather, you need to find out why it's so stressed and why it's plucking. When your bird preens, it should be very calm and it should be nice and fluffy. It shouldn't be really stressed out. Okay, goodbye. I hope you learned some new information about molting and plucking. Goodbye.